human capital has increased, Brad, like 5 to 7%. So, and insurances are now reimbursing us more to, equate to that difference. So it's unfortunate what's happening, but the rising costs, I mean, we've gone up 5 to 7% in human capital, 3 to 4% up in materials. Our implants have stayed pretty fairly priced, but our labs have also gone up. So unfortunately, we cannot translate those prices to the consumer. So it's a little bit of a concern what's going on in the dental space in regards to pricing.
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs today in the studio, folks. As always, got a real treat for you, Dr. Alex Plains.
Thank you so much, Brad, for being here today.
Dude, thanks for coming. Now, if you guys don't know this dude, you can follow him at Dr. Alex A. Plains, just like, you fly on planes.
First class experience.
Yes, that's right. Dr. Alex A. Plains. You can also find him at plainsdentalarts.com.
Yep. Thank you, Brad.
Now you're also like a little bit of a entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because you look young. You're not that old.
39.
You already have 9 practices.
Yep. 9 dental
all over
practices.
What?
All over Florida, East Coast and Central Florida.
Giving everybody pearly whites. What are you doing there? Is it like medical dentistry, cosmetic dentistry?
Cosmetic and implant dentistry.
Is that what you went into on purpose, or did you accidentally figure that out?
I always had a passion for surgery. So when I was graduating from dental school, I knew that I wanted to become a surgeon. So immediately once I graduated, I started doing courses in order to become the best surgeon that I can be. And at this point, I've placed over 20,000 implants, and I've taken care of like over 40,000 patients throughout all 9 offices.
Dude, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'll go on stages and tell people, I don't know why you're spending so much money to be at this conference when you got a fucked up grill.
That's so true.
Like, dude, I say, fix your fucking teeth, bro. And everyone looks at me like, I can't believe he said that. But then I get people that come up a year or two later with a beautiful smile and say, literally, you told me to fix my teeth. I knew my teeth were jacked up. Some of them they got so many teeth missing, it looks like their tongue's in jail.
Yeah, well, it's, in the United States, there's a lot of issues with healthcare, and there's a lot of deprivation. And, we've done cases that the patients are 25 to 28 years old, and they're consuming Gatorade and Mountain Dew in massive dosages. And then we have to extract all their teeth and do a full set of teeth.
Why?
Just lack of dental care.
Lack of hygiene.
Correct.
It ain't just dental care. Like, dude, I see my dentist every, let's say, 3 to 6 months just for a cleaning.
You're a smart man.
Little checkup from the neck up. But I understand the power of a, killer smile.
Well, there's a lot of, most of our patients, the first thing they say once they sit down is like, Dr. Plains, I'm so afraid of coming here. And
why?
Just basically bad experiences in the past. Dentistry has evolved in the last 5 years more than it did in the last 50 years.
Are they more scared of getting an implant, or more scared of having a mouthful of Indian corn?
I think they're more afraid of if they're going to experience pain. So
you don't allow that.
We don't allow that
anymore. You give them the funny gas.
We give them funny gas, and we can give them oral sedation, or we can even do IV sedation now. So there's no reason not to comply with your dentistry.
And you don't use the word comply. There's no reason not to comply. Dude, most people will beat a freaking path to your door if the prices were lower.
It's so true.
Every dentist that I talk to, they're like, into marketing and trying to figure out how to get more patients. I'm like, lower your fucking fees.
Yeah, we offer amazing, I do complimentary consultations. We do complimentary emergency patients.
That's why you're successful though, dude. Every dentist ain't doing that.
Yeah, when I started my first dental practice, people thought I was stupid because I was putting 10% of my profits right back into marketing, and that's really the reason I was able to grow so fast.
See, folks, most people don't understand. That's simple shit, isn't it?
Correct.
And everyone's like, dude, how you doing it, Dr. Plains? How are you doing it? There's some people with 1 practice and they can't get to 2. They can't get to 3. You got to 9 already.
Yes, sir.
And I see you're wearing some nice timepiece.
Thank you.
Or at least
likewise.
So you must be doing something right.
Yeah, I've been able to grow my business 25% year after year.
So I see here that you're also now, basically getting a community of other doctors together so they can ultimately learn the shit you did to blow up.
Yeah, we just did an event in Fort Lauderdale, and we had over 40 doctors, and everyone is just dentists or fact finders. So they're just so afraid to take that leap of faith and really invest in themselves. I've invested over $300,000 in continuing education, not only in dental training, but also in business training. And if you don't want to invest in yourself, there's no way that you're going to be able to succeed.
Dang, dude. Dr. Plains is dropping bombs up in here.
I mean, they got to believe. You got to raise that lid, and you got to have that, self-belief in yourself.
How'd you find it?
I always knew that if I push myself to the limit, I can accomplish anything. So when I was 21 years old, I knew that I want to be a dentist, but I didn't have the financial resources to become a dentist in the United States. So I took a leap of faith and I moved to the Dominican Republic, which we all know. And I was there living for 4 years. I had no water, no electricity. I had to study with a candle next to me. I mean, there was many times that I wanted to give up and just fly back to Miami. But I was like, there's no way I'm going to give up on my dream and on my passion.
That's awesome, dude. I didn't even know that. So you did what it took, became a dentist. Because he don't look like a dentist, does he?
There was no choice.
Dude, if you walked up, shook my hand and said, dude, I'll give you $1,000 if you tell me what I do, I would have never picked dentist.
Really? The other day I was at a bar.
I might say like a sports bettor. Like, are you a handicapper? What do you do?
The other day I was at a bar in New York City, and the table next to me thought I was a drug dealer. I'm like, no, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm a dentist.
I would guess that before a dentist.
They couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'd be like, what's he selling? What's he doing? Is he a scammer? Look at him. Like he's got nice shit on. No one would ever be like, hey, that dude's a dentist.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man. And especially with the story behind it, that you went through so much freaking pain and suffering, technically, because if you ask me, dude, that ain't pain and suffering.
Of course.
That's just being committed.
Doing whatever it takes.
Yeah, but a lot of people try to make that sound like, oh, we had to eat top ramen in the middle of the night, but we only got to eat 3 times, which may have been true. But dude, at the end of the day, you did what the fuck it took to get the job done.
Exactly. Amen.
And it sounds like you're continuing to do that.
Yeah, most doctors are extremely afraid of taking that leap of faith.
So you're giving them inspiration.
I'm trying to.
Well, that's awesome, dude. I got doctors listening to me. If a dentist is listening to me, or anyone that works for one and says, man, we need to liven up the plate, what do?
They can definitely contact us through Instagram or implantsforallinstitute.com or LifestreamU.com.
And they're not calling your practices, dude. They're calling your training business.
They're calling us directly, yes.
And that thing's growing quickly.
Yep. I mean, I normally build my dental practices for 20% below what another dentist will be able to do, because I know what to do in order to grow the business, not only personally, but in leadership development and just in vendor relationships that we've already established, which took years for me to be able to do it.
So you get shit cheaper?
A lot more affordable. And when these dental companies are trying to sell you these fancy cabinets, I'm like, you're not going to invest $100,000 for just one cabinet. I can get the same cabinets for you for $5,000.
So fluoride.
Yes.
What's the truth?
It's a controversial topic, but I definitely believe that you should be using fluoride. Absolutely.
Now, you can't imagine all the dentists in the world are in the conspiracy of blocking our third eye and poisoning us.
Yeah. Right? I mean, I have patients that literally, Brad, quit fluoride, and within 6 months, they got rampant cavities all around their gum line. Using Tom. I mean, I have
nothing.
Now
this coming from a dentist, folks.
I have nothing against Tom's toothpaste, but I would
definitely. Still, have you studied the effects of fluoride? Have you known any of your patients to have a clear third eye?
No, not yet. Not yet. I go with the recommendations of the ADA.
Hey, maybe the fluoride is blocking your third eye from seeing.
Maybe it's a possibility, but I'm pretty happy with where I am.
In your medical training, did you ever learn about the third eye?
No. No, I didn't.
Everyone's going to be like, dude, is he making fun of the third eye? No, I believe in the third eye. If people are like, what is he talking about? Dude, they say fluoride is actually being given in our water and everything, because it's in our water.
Yep.
And apparently it is toxic because when they're handling it, they're like, fucking don't handle it. And it says right on a tube of toothpaste, if you swallow this shit, call the Poison Control Center. You know that, right?
Yes.
Well, why is it saying that?
I have no idea. No idea. But all I can tell you is, if you want healthy teeth, you got to use fluoride. I mean, I don't care what you do on your personal time, but I would recommend you use fluoride.
Okay, folks. There breaks the conspiracy about fluoride. Okay, because I was starting to use less toothpaste.
It's just like root canals. I mean, a lot of people don't want to get root canals anymore because they feel that they're getting other underlying diseases based on getting a root canal. But if you get a good root canal, it's nothing like your tooth, you know? So,
well, you got to get a good one.
Yeah, you got to get a good root canal. Correct.
Don't go to, some cheap ass dentist, which is where I was going with I said, lower your prices. I was teeing you up for you to say, well, you get what you pay for. Because, dude, I know, I'm not looking for a cheap surgeon. I'm not looking for a wholesale surgeon.
Yep.
Like, dude, I'm not looking for the cheapest. I'm looking for the best.
Correct. Well, what's happening now in dentistry, as you know, private equity groups have gotten extremely involved in the medical space.
Because there's money.
There's a lot of money in dentistry. It's COVID proof. It's recession proof. I mean, I literally went down for 2 months, and immediately, thanks to Ron DeSantis, they opened up doors, and I grew my business over 30% the year that COVID was 2020.
Because everyone else was closed?
Just because it's recession proof, and then it builds.
How's it recession proof?
Because everybody needs a doctor. Everybody needs a dentist.
Yeah, but not if they don't have any money to fix their teeth.
There's financing solutions. People find a way.
Fixing teeth, and again, I'm saying this because that's what people are thinking. It's not what I think. I think the opposite. But people believe that nice teeth and implants and all that shit, that's nice to haves. Well, they don't consider it must-haves. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, but if you want to have a good digestion system, if you want your heart to be healthy, you cannot,
Dude, how about if you want to get taken seriously?
Exactly.
Like, dude, if someone walks up to me and has 6 missing teeth, I don't think less of them. I can't possibly believe that they're successful. Why? Well, because why wouldn't you fix your fucking teeth?
Correct.
So I help dentists all over the world. Dentists repost my videos when I say this shit online. So trust me, I'm the advocate. Like, go get an implant, go get a whole set of veneers, go do whatever you got to do so you can smile big and be confident.
Absolutely.
So if there's people listening in the Bomb Squad, because there's more people that listen that aren't dentists than I think that are. And even though you look for dentists to help show them how to get 9 practices and all that, you're also, open to Bomb Squad members coming to get their teeth done, right?
Absolutely.
Where does a patient go?
Anyone that comes from this podcast, 30% off automatically.
Boom, there you go. Where do they go, though?
To Florida.
I know, but where? Who do they call to set up an appointment?
PlainsDentalArts.com. PlainsDentalArts.com.
PlainsDentalArts.com, folks. So if you're sitting there listening to this and you're somewhat offended because you're guilty, you got a freaking set of teeth that look like you freaking gargle with butter, Do you do whitening?
Yes, we do whitening. We do Invisalign. We do cosmetic veneers. We do full mouth restorations.
How important do you think, even though I make it sound funny, how important do you think a great grill is?
Well, they say that a smile is a gateway to the soul. So, you got a beautiful smile. The first thing I look when I meet somebody is obviously their teeth. And it's like you say.
Everybody does. That ain't just you. Yeah. Everybody does. You smile, someone's looking right at them. And if they're corn yellow, if it looks like you freaking gargled with butter, go get your teeth whitened. If they're all gnarly and messed up, unless they're gnarly and messed up with character. There's certain people with like character and they're like, in other words, their teeth aren't perfect, but it somehow fits them. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I would leave those alone in truth, because like I knew a girl once and her teeth were not flawless and perfect. They had a little character to them, meaning there was just a little curve of this tooth and it was like, but she was a pretty girl and her mouth was, let's say sexy. She went to a fucking dentist, got veneered up.
Okay.
Came out looking like Jim Carrey in The Mask. Big ass, white, hominy looking bastards.
And I'm
too
glad you
white,
bring
by
that
the way.
up.
Too white, by
Too
the way.
white.
It doesn't look tooth white. It ain't.
Correct.
It ain't even a tooth, motherfucker. Is that styrofoam? What is in there? Like, it was just horse teeth. Ruined it.
It's unbelievable.
Ruined it. I said, "What did you do?" What are you talking about? Oh, and I'm like.
So if you don't
bro,
mind
give
me
me a
sharing,
hug.
and I know I'm going to go a little bit into the clinical space, but I'm glad you brought that up. If you're going to do a full mouth restoration with veneers, one thing I recommend is, first of all, check the credentials of your cosmetic doctor and what training they've done. Because just because they're white, that doesn't mean they're going to be pretty, right? So there's
the doctors.
your smiles. So there's a thing called a mock-up. So basically you take impressions and you send it to a qualified lab, and you can see what your teeth are going to look like before you shave them down, and then there's no turning back.
Ooh.
And I know a lot of my friends that have friends are going to other countries to get smile makeovers
Because they're cheaper.
because they're half price less, but
Why can't dentists here be half price if the people in Germany can? Do they pay less?
they pay less for the materials and the equipment and
Why?
all that.
Why don't you just order from Germany?
The Germany's not a good comparison because it's expensive in Germany, but like Colombia, a lot of people are going to Colombia and Mexico to get smile makeovers over there.
Well, just dollar goes longer.
It just goes a lot longer.
Yeah. Well, here in America, when I talk to people with a little jacked up teeth, and I say, "Why don't you go get that fixed?" Shit, I know a dentist over here. I can send you to. They say, "Man, I can't afford it." And I go, "Yeah, well, it's getting tough, but you really should figure out how to get it done, even if you got to borrow money from grandma." Why?
Absolutely.
Because I'm telling you, dude, when you're confident is really what it is. When you're confident to smile and you feel better about yourself, dude, everything improves, including your income, because I think ultimately raises your self-worth, and that raises your net worth.
Correct. Absolutely. But for example, one of the challenges that we have is that human capital has increased, Brad, like 5 to 7%. So, and insurances are now reimbursing us more to, equate to that difference. So it's unfortunately what's happening, but the rising costs, I mean, we've gone up 5 to 7% in human capital, 3 to 4% up in materials. Our implants have stayed pretty fairly priced, but our labs have also gone up. So unfortunately, we cannot translate those prices to the consumer. So it's a little bit of a concern what's going on in the dental space in regards to pricing.
So how did you? I mean, what was your background? You went down there, lived like a hobo.
My first 4 months were major challenges, but after that, I was able to establish myself, and I became part of the culture, became part of the community.
And
over
is that
there.
where you became a dentist?
Yes.
See, some people will be like, Dominican Republic, oh, you're like a third world dentist.
Yep. And then I came back and I did. I went to Columbia University in the city of New York, graduated from there with my residency, and then I did additional training in Georgia for IV sedation and implant dentistry.
And dude, what a story, huh?
Yeah.
Where would you have been if you didn't do all that?
Sales. I was in sales before. I used to work for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. I used to be a telemarketer. I've been doing sales since the age of 14.
Well, I would say that that's also why you have 9 practices and you're succeeding. Do you teach dentists how to be salespeople?
I do.
How to market?
I do.
How to become businessmen?
Yes.
Or businesswomen?
That's the reason I'm founding LifestreamU, because I want to be able to coach and mentor doctors and entrepreneurs that want to be able to grow and scale their business, not only personally, but in leadership development.
So LifestreamU is your training program?
That's my baby. Yes, that's my future. One day when I get away from the dental chair, that's what I want to do.
Why do you call it live stream?
Because we teach you how to stream your life.
Your life?
Life.
So why? Oh, it's live stream?
Life stream.
Oh,
LIFE.
Oh, I thought it was live stream.
No,
like
life.
You're streaming live.
Yeah. So you
Live
need blood
stream.
flow. You need blood flow, right? So that's why I came up with live streams. We teach you how to stream your life.
Live stream. I like that.
Yes. We just started a podcast a year ago. It's live stream with Dr. Alex Plains. We have guest speakers that come in and you talk about entrepreneurship, women empowerment, leadership, personal development.
Can you prescribe people Halcyon?
Yes, I can. That's how I do all my surgeries. That stuff is great. You don't remember anything afterwards.
Dude, I had to go into the dentist and they gave me a Halcyon before I showed up. And I'm like, okay. They said, have someone else drive you here and be willing to pick you up. I said, okay. So I took this fucking Halcyon And on the way there, it was just like the best ride I've ever been on. You know, everything was happy, and I go in, and I just remembered barely anything. It was wonderful, actually. And then I was flying to London one time, and I only used one because when doctors prescribe me pain shit and stuff, I don't even take it. But I had more than one Halcyon, so I took a Halcyon to fly over the ocean because I was getting all frantic a little bit. And I literally took it and woke up in Heathrow.
You're like, I'm here.
I said, dude, they should be selling these at the fucking airport. That's the best flying thing I ever did.
It's great. We do have patients.
But hey, I don't recommend you guys pop pills. OxyContin, dude.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that shit killed people.
Well, the DA is controlling that severely because there were doctors that were actually in Florida that were prescribing that and then selling it in the market, you know.
Yeah.
No bueno.
And not only that, dude, like that one caused some serious damage.
Yeah, it's very addictive, extremely addictive.
All right. So, dude, listen, if there's dentists listening, you know, and they're not doing as well as they'd like, reach out to my man.
Absolutely.
If there's people listening that their grill's not quite up to speed, reach out and see if you can set up an appointment or something and save money.
Absolutely. We'll definitely take care of it.
Because you're already saving them money.
Absolutely.
So, and I was joking, by the way, you aren't looking for the cheapest dentist. Whatever the fees are, you want to, like you said, look at their background.
Credentials.
I like to see who they've already done.
Correct.
Because if you say, hey, let me see some of your patients, and all of a sudden I see chiclets and horse teeth line after line, I ain't going to that one.
No, absolutely.
Because, dude, like I like where it says arts, Plains Dental Arts, because it's an art.
It's artistry. You got to be very perfectionist.
You can't make it too white. You can't freaking make it look fake.
Correct.
If it looks fake, it looks like chalk.
I tell patients, do you want Paula Deen teeth or you want something different? Because you know Paula Deen's teeth are like paper white.
I'd have to go look at them. Yeah. So where are you guys here for? You just come for this, or you got gambling to do?
We got some gambling to do.
How long are you staying?
Till Saturday. 2 nights.
Do you gamble?
Yes.
How much? What do you do?
I'm a small
Blackjack?
timer. $5 table.
Blackjack?
Roulette.
You like roulette?
Yeah.
11 and 37.
The hit.
I'm telling you, go put money tonight. At least one time you're going to be standing there and it's going to hit 11.
All right.
It won't hit 37. That was a joke.
Okay.
Roulette only goes up to 33, I believe.
All right.
So I always tell people when they go play roulette to bet it all on 37. And then they'll go down to the casino and they'll be like, dude, there ain't a 37. And they don't realize.
I think 11 hit several times last night. I never play 11. I play 26, black 26 or 24.
You hit a lot?
Do I eat a lot? I love
you
eating.
hit a lot.
Do I hit a lot? Not last night. I got taken.
I one day walked into this. Well, I wouldn't walk into it. I was already there partying. It was for the Super Bowl. And I was a little bit buzzed. And my wife loves to play roulette. So I said, well, hey, let's go play a little roulette. She said, okay. We walk over. I'm drinking, talking. She's the one that cashed in and got some chips. And she's spreading it all around. And I'm talking to buddies and bullshitting. And then I turned around and I said, the number's 19. And she just, as she was, because she does it all over the board and shit.
Yeah.
So she just went plunk and threw like 5 or 10 on 19.
And it hit.
And it went pop, 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 pop. And everybody did, bam, 19. She goes, babe, it hit. And I said, yeah. And all of a sudden I just closed my eyes like I did a minute ago. And I thought, what's the number? And number came up. Told her the number. Plop. Still did everything else, but plop. Almost like, yeah, whatever. You ain't gonna hit it twice. Boom.
Hit again.
Hit it again.
Wow.
Told her, here's the next number. Hit it again. These are in a row. 4th number. Hit it again. 5th number. Hit it again. Dude, at this point, everybody was going in and doing what I was saying. And I got fucking kicked off the table after the 5th one.
No way.
Yeah. They said, you can't play. If I call my wife right now and say, tell the story, she'll say exactly what I just said.
Wow. There was one time that I came here when I was 22 years old and I played black 9 times and I lost all 9 times. Red, 9 times red all the time.
I'm lucky with roulette, but not always, because I went in there and said, 13. And it's like it wasn't 13. Like sometimes, dude, I was tapped into this fucking, I call it, universal knowledge. But I think it might be just probability too, because 11 comes up. I see 11 all the time. 11's come up for me a lot. But Black 11, I'm telling you, that's the number I saw for you. Tonight. I said 37 to see what you'd say, but you didn't say anything.
I'll play 11.
Because if you're a true roulette fan, you know it doesn't go to 37.
It doesn't go.
So never bet 37 on the roulette tables.
All right.
Dude, appreciate you coming in, man.
Thank you, Brad.
I wish we had longer.
I know. I might have to come back.
Well, I want to get, come back. I want to get more into, number one, your backstory, but more importantly, how you built all the locations. Like, what were the 3 things that these dentists aren't doing that you did?
Just basically managing my financials, constantly looking at my profit and loss statements, understanding my business and my KPIs, and establishing the values that I wanted. That's why I was so inspired by you when I walked in here and I saw your core values, because I didn't establish my core values till a little later on in my career. But if I would have done it from the very beginning, my culture would have been aligned with me from day one. But they don't teach you that in dental school.
Another bomb. Folks, go follow this dude, Alex A. Plains, or go to plainsdentalarts.com, and we'll have him for a part 2 down the road. Appreciate you coming
Brad.
in.
Thank you, my man.
You're welcome. And as always, till next time, keep it real.
I'm in the mountains, so I kind of went on the farm, and then I would spend, when I was in the U.S., I'd be on my farm, and then Sweden, you didn't have to be vaccinated or anything like that, so I went to Sweden.
So can I assume you're not vaccinated?
Correct.
See, now everybody that unfortunately got vaccinated, I think are a little nervous. What do you think?